Welcome back. Now that we have explored what inflation is and how it shows up in our daily lives, let's go further. Today we'll uncover the real forces driving inflation, how countries battle it, and what it means for all of us, now and in the years ahead. Before we dive deep, let's quickly recap what we covered in part 1. We explored what inflation really is, how it means your money buys less over time. We saw that inflation isn't just about numbers, it's about the choices families make every day, the pressures on savings, and the uncertainty it brings to our future. Inflation doesn't just happen, it's triggered by powerful forces, sometimes sudden, sometimes slow burning. One of the most famous economists, Milton Friedman, once said, inflation is always and everywhere a monetary phenomenon, in the sense that it is and can be produced only by a more rapid increase in the quantity of money than in output. Central banks. When central banks print more money, keep interest rates too low for too long, more cash chases the same goods. For example, after the COVID 19 pandemic, central banks worldwide injected trillions into their economies. By 2022, global inflation surged to 9%, the highest in decades. Government deficits. When governments borrow and spend heavily, especially during crisis, they can push demand above what the economy can supply. Former US President Ronald Reagan put it bluntly, when a business or an individual spends more than it makes, it goes bankrupt. When government does it, it sends you the bill. And when government does it for 40 years, the bill comes in two ways: higher taxes and inflation. Make no mistake about it. Inflation is a tax and not by accident. External shocks, wars, pandemics, or natural disasters can break supply chains, making essentials scarce and expensive. The Ukraine war in 2022 disrupted global food and energy supplies, sending prices for wheat and oil soaring. Currency crashes. When a country's currency loses value, imports become costlier, fueling domestic price rises. In Argentina, the peso's repeated crashes have helped push inflation above 45% in 2025. Think of the 1970s oil embargo, or more recently, the supply chain chaos during COVID 19 and the Ukraine war. These events sent shockwaves through global prices, affecting everything from bread in Bangladesh to gasoline in Germany. So, how do governments and central banks fight back against inflation? President Dwight D. Eisenhower once warned, for every American, this matter of the sound dollar is crucial. Without a sound dollar, every American family would face a renewal of inflation, an ever increasing cost of living, the withering away of savings and life insurance policies. Interest rates. Central banks can raise rates, making loans and mortgages more expensive. In Russia, to fight inflation, nearing 10% in 2025, the central banks hiked the interest rate to a staggering 21%. Fiscal policy. Governments might cut spending or raise taxes, hoping to rein in demand. Price controls. In desperate times, some countries cap prices on essentials. Argentina has tried this repeatedly, but it often leads to empty shelves and black markets. Currency defenses. Nations may use their reserves to prop up a failing currency, trying to keep import prices in check. Communication. Sometimes, just signaling a tough stance on inflation can help anchor expectations and prevent a wage price spiral. In the US, the Federal Reserve's clear communication in 2022-23 helped bring inflation down to 2.4% by 2025. Ronald Reagan compared inflation's impact to street crime, saying, Inflation is as violent as a mugger, as frightening as an armed robber, and as deadly as a hitman. These tools aren't perfect. Raising rates too fast can trigger recessions, as seen in the US in the early 1980s. When interest rates soared above 15%, price controls may cause shortages, but doing nothing can let inflation spiral out of control. Let's see how different countries have faced inflation, sometimes winning, sometimes losing. Margaret Thatcher once said, "Inflation is the parent of unemployment and the unseen robber of those who have saved." Argentina. For decades, inflation has been a daily reality. In 2025, with inflation over 45%, people rush to spend paychecks before prices rise again. Many businesses set prices in US dollars, and trust in the local currency is at rock bottom. Zimbabwe. In the 2000s, hyperinflation made money almost worthless. Prices doubled daily, and people used wheelbarrows of cash to buy bread. United States. In the 1980s, the Federal Reserve hiked rates above 15% to crush inflation. It worked, but caused a deep recession and job losses. India. After years of high inflation, tough central bank actions and reforms brought rates down to a 5-year low of 2.82% in 2025, protecting savings and restoring confidence. Bangladesh. In April 2025, inflation hit 9.17%, squeezing households' budgets and making everyday essentials harder to afford. China. China faces the risk of deflation, with inflation at just 0.5% in 2025 due to weak consumer demand and property market troubles. In high inflation countries, people adapt. They buy goods immediately before price rises. Businesses switch to stable currencies. Savers look for protection, gold, real estate, or inflation-linked bonds. But for those on fixed income or without saving, inflation can be devastating. Inflation isn't just an economic story, it's a human one. Investor Warren Buffett put it simply: inflation swindles the bond investor. It swindles the person who keeps their cash under their mattress. It swindles almost everybody. Workers may demand higher wages, but not everyone gets them. In Turkey, shopkeepers update prices weekly and wage negotiations are constant. Retirees on fixed pensions see their buying power shrink. In South America, where average inflation nears 25%, many elders struggle to afford basics. Everyday choices change. People cut back on treats, switch brands, or delay big purchases. In Argentina, families often buy groceries in bulk the day they are paid. For some, inflation means skipping meals or medicines. For others, it's a chance to renegotiate pay or invest in assets that keep up with prices. What's next? The world faces new risks and opportunities. Author Ernest Hemingway once said, "The first panacea for a mismanaged nation is inflation of the currency. The second is war. Both bring a temporary prosperity, both bring a permanent ruin." Climate change could make food and energy prices more volatile. In 2022 to 23, climate-driven crop failures in Brazil pushed up global coffee prices by 13%. Geopolitics. US tariffs on Chinese imports reached as high as 145% in 2025, raising prices for cars, electronics, and furniture. Technology. AI and automation might lower some prices but disrupt jobs and wages. Will inflation settle back to the low rates of the 2010s? Or are we entering a new era of persistent price rises? Policymakers must balance growth, jobs, and price stability in a world of uncertainty. How can you protect yourself? Warren Buffett also reminds us, the arithmetic makes it plain that inflation is a far more devastating tax than anything that has been enacted by our legislatures. Stay informed about inflation trends and policy changes. Diversify your savings. Consider assets that keep pace with inflation, like real estate, gold, or inflation index bonds. Review your budget and spending regularly. If possible, negotiate wages or seek income sources that adjust with inflation. Inflation shapes every part of our lives, from the checkout counter to your savings account. As the economist Henry Hazlitt said, inflation is a form of tax, a tax that we all collectively must pay. How has inflation changed your daily routine? Share your story in the comments. I'll be reading and replying. If you found this deep dive helpful, subscribe for more insights into the forces shaping our world. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay curious and stay prepared.